Hello, Steve here. I am here today to read you a poem, one that you may have not heard before. Perhaps you've heard of the poet, a fellow by the name of Robert Service. This is his book, or one version of it, Rhymes of a Red Cross Man. And this was written in 1916 when he was a stretcher bearer in the First World War. It is dedicated to his brother, who was killed just south of Ypres, and is buried at Railway Cuttings Cemetery, not far from here. And Robert Service is best known in Canada, but also in the States. He is best known for his poems about the Klondike. He was from Lancashire and Preston and Lancashire, and went to the Klondike to make his fortune in the Klondike Gold Rush of the 1890s. But ended up working in a bank there, living in a little log cabin, which is today a National Historic Site in Canada, and was a published poet, I believe, before the war, certainly for many years after the war. And he wrote this in 1916, and it is, as I say, Rhymes of a Red Cross Man. He was a stretcher bearer for the Red Cross. And I would like to read you, he is my favorite war poet. Hardly known in the UK. In all of the World War I poetry compendiums, he's not mentioned as the ones I've seen. They just don't give him any consideration. I'm not sure why that is, but I suspect it's because of the way he writes in the language of the common man. The flow of and the way it is written is as though it was somebody, perhaps a farmer or a miner or a brewery worker or somebody working from speaking in their local dialects. So there's not many of these poems that I can read with my Canadian accent, but there are a couple. And I'd like to read you this one, which is my favorite. Not a happy poem by any means, but poignant. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the camera lens so that you're not focusing on me or my clothes or my books, but on the words of the poet. Okay? So this is called Young Fellow Me Lad. Where are you going, young fellow me lad, on this glittering morn of May? I'm going to join the colours, Dad. They're looking for men, they say. But you're only a boy, young fellow me lad. You aren't obliged to go. I'm 17 and a quarter, Dad, and ever so strong, you know. So you're off to France, young fellow me lad, and you're looking so fit and bright. I'm terribly sorry to leave you, Dad, but I feel that I'm doing right. God bless you and keep you, young fellow me lad. You're all of my life, you know. Don't worry, I'll soon be back, dear Dad, and I'm awfully proud to go. Why don't you write, young fellow me lad? I watch for the post each day, and I miss you so, and I'm awfully sad, and it's months since you went away. And I've had the fire in the parlor lit, and I'm keeping it burning bright, till my boy comes home, and here I sit, into the quiet night. What's the matter, young fellow me lad? No letter again today. Why did the postman look so sad and sigh as he turned away? I hear them tell that we've gained new ground, but a terrible price we've paid. God grant, my boy, that you're safe and sound. But oh, I'm afraid. They've told me the truth, young fellow me lad. You'll never come back again. Oh God, the dreams and dreams I've had and the hopes I've nursed in vain. For you passed in the night, young fellow me lad, and you proved in the cruel test of the screaming shell and the battle hell that my boy was one of the best. So you'll live, young fellow me lad, in the gleam of the evening star, in the wood note wild, and the laugh of the child, in all sweet things that are. And you'll never die, my wonderful boy, while life is noble and true. For all our beauty and hope and joy, we will owe to our lads like you. There you go. I hope you found that moving and interesting. And let me know your reaction, and I shall consider reading another one at a later date. Thank you. Good night. Keep well. Keep safe. All due respect to the frontliners. Thanks. Bye-bye.